phone's malfunctioning trying to call the Attorney General. You have to see it to believe it. In the past, I would not be able to make these calls. I'm recording now. See, they would get so infuriated, my phone would just shut off. And then I go to the providers and they cover for it. When I search certain things, like it wouldn't pull up that FBI thing, my data would stop working. If I was sending my daughter texts or someone important a vital text, my text was shut off. And then imagine going to the providers. I've stated over and over, and I do need to do something different because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. They intentionally make this toxic and abusive situation. Each place I call, I'm just trying to get enough evidence so something could eventually change. I don't have no clue on what I need to do with all these experiences when the government is controlling my situation. How do you fight that? I can't get an attorney because they're behind while I can't get one. They refuse investigation. People have a major problem if they condone and allow a man to shut down a school in his mental illness. So I don't have a sitter. In addition to that, I'm trying to figure out why $5,000 in child support payments came up missing, preventing me from moving out that house and out of that chaos. So we have the school shutting, the Attorney General stealing payments when I was in that house. Some other things transpired that I don't even think you'll believe that I won't discuss with money. Then we have me getting a job and getting bullied to the degree to where I couldn't work there. Because if they lied about all the things that they lied about, I didn't know if they were going to eventually say I stole money or did some other things. So I had to stop for my protection. If she had to roll back camera footage to prove that these people were lying on me, and she let her go. This lady had integrity, but she said that, I'm sorry. If I let all these people go, I won't have anybody else working here. And she was right. So let me call Attorney General if they answer this time.
For information in English,
here we go again with the
press
prank callers. They did not like me. They didn't even call when I was calling the FBI. They have a major problem with me calling this Attorney General regarding these funds.
For information in English, press 1. Para español,
I guess it wasn't no big deal to call the FBI because the FBI is getting ran. If you're running the FBI, who cares if you report it to people that work for me?
Press 2. Calls may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance. Your expected wait time is less than 2 minutes. Please hold for the next available representative.
Okay. These are messages I'm getting. You need to be committed. You cannot something. Now, right now.
We appreciate
it
your
starts.
Call. Assistance is just ahead.
You need to be committed. You cannot sue for events from 4 years ago.
Thank you for holding. We are experiencing...
So I guess why this is so difficult, it's just hard for me to accept that that's the way that this world is. I've been going through this for a long time, getting drug out of churches, arrested, begging for my life. And very little, I do have the apartment and I need to be appreciative that I have the apartment and no one has sabotaged my job yet. Because the things have been, they've taken multiple cars and things have happened to multiple different vehicles. It was at an extreme. It's just a video diary. I don't know where else to go. I don't get a support from churches, domestic violence places, so it's just a video diary of my experiences. You said your officer Bronco?
Franco with the F.
Franco. Like Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Franco. F.
My name is Kiana Clark.
Thank you. And what is the name of the other parent on your account?
Yes, I had some discrepancies with my payments. And I
Okay.
tried to go in person, and security, they would call the police on me and, and intervene. And in another location, they called the security on me and then started an argument so I couldn't get clarity. So I'm forced to
Okay.
handle it on the phone. So was trying to escape from this stalker, and a whole bunch of things were going on. And there should have been a lump sum payment around May of 2018. Do you see that?
Let me check for you.
Okay.
May of 2018. No, I show all three were $77.77.
I'm sorry. What party? What are you? Because I'm confused. Those records are not what I have in the payments that I'm receiving. What's the name? For the parent name that I just gave you?
You gave me Michael Cage.
Right. And is this a payment that is where I receive payments?
No, I was gonna ask you which case.
Yeah, where I receive payments.
Yes, there we go. Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah, my
All
rights were
right,
taken
so
out of
on the
corruption, ma'am. And, I can't get
Okay.
help to combat that. I haven't received help, rather. Okay.
Okay, let me disclose. All right, so now that I got the proper case, lump sum payment of 2018, 2020, and now it's for 787.02, and I have a bunch of payments.
Okay, I think there's a disconnect. I was supposed to be receiving a lump sum from Social Security in 2018.
Oh, okay. Understandable. Okay,
Yes.
so Social Security was supposed to send you a payment directly?
Yes, from the parent. From the parent, he had a lump sum. He was waiting on Social Security benefits, and I contacted the Attorney General to let them know that I was expecting benefits.
Okay.
So here's the problem: they got the benefits, and were spending money left and right, and I was in a dangerous situation trying to get out of an abusive community. They had their money, and the other party had their money. He has two different moms that put him on child support. So I was the only one out of the whole group that didn't have their money. And I called every month asking what happened on my phone, and they lied to me and told me they didn't get any benefits. But they lied, and it was $5,000. And the first thing that I was going to do if I would have had that money is move out of that sick community. But some kind of way, they weren't able to find the payments, and whoever I talked to on my phone lied. So I think that they put the payments in there eventually. And I think that this was in 2017. I think that that's when they got the benefits, 2017. And I had voyeurism going on, break-ins, all kinds of things that the police refused investigation for. So anyway, I'm sorry?
Oh no, I said, oh my goodness, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah, the FBI won't investigate it. Multiple parties don't and want to investigate it. But here's the thing. Do you show where I got the payment in, I think it was 2018?
Of 2018 for 5,841.50.
Right. Okay. So here's the problem. 5,800 and something dollars came up missing, and had I not reported it when I was in jail on false charges, that I didn't get that fund, I wrote the jail. Multiple parties lied to me and told me that money was never received. That also happened. Multiple different experiences with payments that didn't reflect. Like, people were being dishonest with me about my child support payments. When I was going through a crisis, there would be $100 here and there would come up missing. Mm-hmm. And it was mysterious because it was coming from Social Security. And another time, I believe it was in 2016, I didn't even know I was getting stopped. In 2016, I told my kids, we're finally getting, we're going to do better. Your dad's working and so this, so that. Then I called and they told me I wasn't getting child support payments. And then I talked to the dad, which is not something because we really weren't communicating. And then finally he did respond and communicate because he wasn't responding to a lot of my communication. So he finally did respond. And then he said that I am paying child support. I don't know why they would tell you that because I'm feeling that money. So I don't know why the child support division would deprive me of funds. And I tried to get it resolved in person, but they wanted to call the police. And then another time they called security at another location. Then I came back to that location, and then she started an argument so she wouldn't have to give me assistance. So I'm trying to figure out if this wealthy stalker that is controlling the attorney general to have them sabotage my child support payments, which has to be criminal. So what can I do to press charges against whoever deprived me of child support payments and then wanted to call the police on me for stealing child support payments from me and keeping me from escaping the abuse that I experienced in that community? $5,800 and something came up missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you ever, or do you recall ever filing the complaint form that we have on the system, on the portal?
I tried to file the complaint in person. When I do things online, I don't really get a lot of responses. I tried to do it in person, and that's when they called the police, so I couldn't do the complaint. Is there a supervisor or an investigator I can talk to? Because I feel that I'm railroaded and trapped every avenue I take. Since I'm being monitored, someone stops me in my tracks and prevents me from escaping my experience. So we need to get to the bottom of why someone has had the ability to control child support payments, and I still have missing money that's paid, and that's embezzlement.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what department is this you have to get a hold of?
I'm going to get you to the enforcement team and see for a supervisor out of the Dallas location. I'm in San Antonio.
Okay, so hold on, let me make sure I understand. So you're giving me the enforcement team, and that's where where do I report the crime that someone is sabotaging my child support payments? That's the enforcement team?
That's going to be I'm going to get you to a supervisor. So
okay.
When we call out, it's connected to the next enforcement officer that's handling the calls for that office.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Give me one brief moment so I can get you connected, okay?
Okay.
This week, be safe.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. One moment.
So since I established emotional abuse, this has been going on a long time. I believe the calls are controlled. It's designed so I don't get anything resolved. I believe he's controlling it. So the whole ultimate thing, can they convince me that these calls, can they convince someone these calls are authentic? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just like the games with the FBI, it's controlled. They are not going to help until someone intervenes in this madness. And they answered and put me back on hold. Still getting texts. Before this experience started, I didn't have to get transferred around and around and hole to hole to never get anything resolved. Ever for years. They got pretty much everything squared away. But for years, I can't get Attorney General to do anything regarding the missing and partial payments and why when I was fighting for my life, $5,800 and something came up missing. And why the school shut down. And why I got bullied and violated at this job and had to quit it. I felt that they were at the degree of the chaos that someone was going to lie on me next and say I stole something because it was way out of control. Hello?
Is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished,
Told you.
Hang up or press pound for more options.
Years. Hello, this is Kiana Clark. Please. It's sick.